Laura, Omi, Le Rox, welcome to In the Chair with, and one other special guest. Who have we got there?
Little Bandit,
Bandit.
yeah.
Bandit, excellent.
Thank you.
Beautiful. How old?
He's 5.
Oh, bless him, bless him.
Yeah, he likes to be involved, so you know.
Yeah.
Superstar, rock
Did he,
star.
did he contribute to the creative process at all? Or-
No. I'm gonna say no.
Cool. Well, yes. So welcome. I hope you're well and stuff. So I suppose we start this how everyone starts it. Kind of, where did you kind of start the band, or your musical influences? What drove you to this poor life of being a musician? You know,
Yeah.
A struggling musician, yeah.
yeah.
I think we've all been in bands since we were young, really. You know, growing up, like you hit sort of 12 or 13, and then you hear some sort of band or something, and I think that shapes the rest of like how things are going to go for you.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was Nirvana.
For me too. It was Nirvana when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson,
Oh,
Slipknot.
Marilyn Manson, the Antichrist Superstar album.
Yeah.
That did it for me.
Yeah. And
yeah.
you imagine my mom, would you listen to that guy? Music, good.
It's weird,
It's
isn't it?
Satan, no.
It's like, yeah, I think as soon as I heard Nirvana, that got me into listening to other stuff, Hole, and then I heard like Hole in the Distillers, and I think as soon as that hit, that was when I knew I was going to be in a band.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, I want to be that.
Yeah, quite similar to me when I kind of discovered Slipknot and Joy Jordison. Me, I played the drums, and I was literally 11 years old. And I said, "That looks cool, like having the suit, the jumpsuit, and just banging some barrels and floor toms in that case with the percussionist." And I said, "I'd rather just do the whole thing, like the drums." And I started drumming when I was like 12 years old. And since then, been drumming for 22 years. With multiple bands. Yeah. Now it got me here to London.
Yeah, well, it's everyone kind of arrives to the journey in some way, and we all kind of like love the kind of bands. But for you, Laura, having heard Nirvana, what did you do? Did you knew it was vocals immediately, or did you try some
Yeah,
instruments?
100%. I did. Yeah, I did. To be honest, I did think that at some point I would probably play guitar, and I did buy a guitar when I was like, I think it was my 13th birthday. I got a guitar, like a little electric, and I used to wait up at nighttime and then go on YouTube and like YouTube videos of Courtney Love or Hole playing live, and I'd try and see what she was playing and like imitate it to try and learn it, kind of thing. But I was just really shit at it. Like I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? It just never happened for me. Like, and I always saw myself as like a vocalist and guitarist.
You're cool, trust me.
I know, wouldn't I? Yeah. But no, and then I've picked it up a few times since then to try and like give it a go. Yeah, it's just not for me. I don't know the multitasking thing.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
It's
like,
hardcore.
it's one or nothing, you know.
Yeah, but I need to think four different ways.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as a drummer, sometimes you're doing different things at different time signatures, and it's 4 limbs and
4 limbs, 4 quarters of a brain.
Yeah, I do think this is why drummers are good drummers, and also good reliable drummers are such a hard find, because it is it's a huge taxation on the brain, let alone let alone add all of that equipment in that is not cheap,
No,
so
just easy.
So how did the kind of band form, come together? Well, how long have you two known each other?
We've known each other
more than 2 years now.
2 years.
I joined the band in my first gig was, I remember the date exactly, it was December 9th of 2021. Yeah, so I joined him because Stefan, he was just chasing me.
Yeah, we didn't have a drummer. We didn't have a drummer.
Lost a drummer, and Stefan saw me playing with my other bands, and he said, he has a Latino flavor and something that we need. And Stefan is Brazilian, so that's the drummer you need, said someone to him.
Yeah, I think you said no, didn't you?
I said no at the beginning because I was packed. I was already with 3 bands. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then I think it was because of the video we did for you.
We did a live video for something.
And that got me. I said, let's do it. And then you want to join the band? Yeah, let's do it. And since then we've been together and doing a lot of gigs and playing together, recordings, and trying to stick together because this is pretty much what we love to do.
Awesome. Before that, though, we were together for another about 2 years, year and a half. Again, it was like something that sort of happened during lockdown. Stefan was like jamming with a couple of other people, and contacted me. We'd met before through music about maybe doing something, and I said no as well. Initially, we both said no at some point. But this was before it really was a band. I don't think we really wanted to pursue another band at that point. But we ended up having a jam. And it worked out, and now we're here. We are in a band, and we're doing it again.
Yes,
which is great.
It's great.
But the two of you, watching the two of you, you have this bounce between you, so it's perfect that you're in a band together. Because
it works.
It becomes like a family fast, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
So to those who don't kind of know, because we'll be trying to get this in front of many people as possible, but some of whom may not know Le Rox, so what's the kind of sort of the concept, the flavour?
It's a bit of a mix, really, isn't it? I'd say like a crossover of punk, hardcore.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of mystery in it, but also a lot of rage.
It's a lot of rage.
It's a lot of rage, you can say.
But
I mean, the sense is very punk, but we like it. We just like to bang it, and that's it. That's pretty much what we do. We like to sound loud and also well. Same time, because sometimes punk can be a bit messy, and luckily we are not messy.
Sometimes,
sometimes. Whatever is technical difficulties.
Musically, there's a lot going on. It's not just sort of straight up punk.
No.
There's a lot going on there.
You don't see many bands with a front girl having that amount of energy within a hardcore punk band. It's actually male guys that they just scream and do the stuff. And that's what I pretty much love about all my bands are all front girls. That's my girl fan, so
Well, excusing the figure of speech, but it must take some balls, I suppose, to as a female to lead a punk band in what is and always has sort of always been a very male dominated space. Did that cause any challenges for you? How have you dealt with that?
Personally, no. Like, I love it if I go to a gig and I'm the only girl there about to play, because I know we're gonna do a good fucking job of it, And
we have done it.
I've never really felt. I've noticed it. Like 95% of it is male dominated, but I've never struggled with that. I've never struggled with it at all. I just like to go there, do my thing, and go. And I think as soon as I step on stage, I become a different person anyway. This is not who I am day to day. I think day to day I'm quite a quiet, sort of shy person, but on stage it's just it changes and it just comes out of nowhere and it's like bang, right, we're doing this.
Same to me. I step in drums and I completely transform to a different character.
That's what it is.
You feel the real you can say.
I think so.
Sort of tap into some sort of sort of energy, because we imagine if you were like that 24 hours a day, that'd be
extremely draining.
Extremely exhausting for
training. I'll be on the floor all the time.
So what's kind of been sort of going on recently in terms of kind of releases? You got anything kind of coming up that's coming up soon?
Yeah, so we've just finished writing an EP, which actually we've written it and rewritten it twice now, but it's finished.
It's been a long process, but the way we've done it is because we want to be smart on terms of music and in terms of sound as well. We want to get the right sound for us, especially the vocals, the guitars, the drums, the bass, because sometimes you sound different when we play live, and but also when we record. Luckily we have Stefan, he's a sound engineer and he knows a lot of punk. He's been playing punk his entire life and he knows pretty much the sound we want, and he's been working a lot on this production alongside with Laura. And I hope for next year we'll get it out.
Yeah, I hope so. I think we haven't rushed bringing it out because we wanted it to be right, and I wanted to be 100% with it. Yeah. Whereas I think the first couple of times we've recorded, I haven't felt 100%. So it was like, let's not rush it. There's no need to rush. Like, we've got time. We have released a couple of singles in the meantime, just sort of like tide us over. Yeah. But this, next year, hopefully around April time, I think it will release it. I'm looking forward to it.
Good time to release because it's just like warm up and people are coming back out again. People have got some money. No one's got money in January and February. So
I think the panic initially is when you're recording something was, especially with us, we were like, shit, we need to get this out now. We need to do this now. We need to do this now. But actually, we don't. No. We can do it in our own time. There is no rush.
Our pace.
There's no. I think you feel pressure from the scene to be constantly doing things, and especially me. I think I have previously too, but now I'm definitely taking a much more chilled approach to it. Like, no, we're gonna do it when we're gonna do it. End of. Like, that's it.
Do you think that perhaps being in an aggressive punk band has kind of, made you a bit more sort of chilled? Elsewhere. Yeah.
100%.
Talk me through when that didn't quite look like that to now when it does look like that.
So I think when I was in bands before, which have always been kind of similar style, it's always been that lifestyle of it as well. Of like partying all the time, going to gigs all the time. And I think now that is those songs and that performance is my aggression. That gets it all out for me. And outside of that, everything is very chill now. I like a quieter life. I've
learned my lessons as well. Being assuming I was a rock star, but I'm not. And now I'm like very chill. I prefer like to have a quiet, calm, peaceful life, and I work hard as well at the same time for music. And whenever I go play live, it's like I just take my hat off and then
that's everything there in that performance and in that written piece.
Because as you said, we don't want to get right now just being like that all the time. No, you don't mind that.
No.
Then you see the guys from Rolling Stones. How are they now?
How do you?
100%. Like it's just, I like things quiet. I like things chill. I wouldn't say that I'm antisocial, but I'm definitely not a massive socializer outside of like a close circle. Real life.
So we are selective. We select our time to go out. We select the time to be with friends, or the time to be with the people we want to be, and the time to spend to go play live.
I'm gonna move out of London. Nice and quiet.
I'll stay here.
I'll visit you.
Now, so as both individuals and also as a collective as a band, talking about this EP, how do you go from having absolutely nothing to then going, we have to summon up all this energy and anger and grit that punk is known for? Because from an outsider's perspective, it's probably easy to see a bunch of typically disordered type of characters going about making disordered sounds and all of that stuff that comes with it. But of course, that's not how music. Well, it's how some music is written, but it's not sustainable that way. So, how did you approach this kind of EP from like a cold start?
So, oh God, it's been difficult, hasn't it? Because me and Stefan have been predominantly writing everything, and we tend to write, and then I have this idea, he has this idea, and we put it together, and then we're like, cool, okay, so we'll go to the studio and we'll lay it down. And sometimes I think you just might not be in the right mind frame to do it, and you listen to it back and you're like, that's not what I had in my head. That's not good enough, kind of thing. So we tend to sit in the studio and rewrite everything until it's right, until the aggression and the anger is there.
Sure you're happy.
I think it is hard to switch onto it. Sometimes it can just be so quick and so natural, and depending on how I'm feeling on the day, what mood I'm in, we can just go in, bang, 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 done. Other times, it just doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah, because there's no script to create music, right? So it just comes from our guts or whatever we feel like, and we just write it. In my case, I'm more of an arranger. So, for instance, they write the music and they can get some drums beats out of drums apps and stuff, and then I have to put the real drums on it. And yeah, I mean, it's different whenever you have to do the vocals and then the melodies within the guitars and stuff like that, and I just do the beats, but also making sure it all fits and actually sounds as a song, not with a standard structure like, you know, verse, chorus, and all of that. Le Rox has a very distinctive style, and it's that we don't have a structure on all of our songs. They're just bang and that's it. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely, when we're writing, a lot of the time it is like, what the hell is this? Like,
Yeah,
where's this going?
Which
bit's the intro? Which is what? Yeah, there is a lot of that, isn't
yeah,
there?
it is.
It's definitely easier to switch on when you're playing live, because you're getting into the mind frame of it beforehand. Like, there's a lot of like little things that we do to prepare, and then, you know, once you got stage, you're like, let's go. But it's definitely a lot more difficult in the studio. There's a lot of times I've left the studio and I felt really disappointed not being able to achieve what I thought I could achieve. But then there's other times when we've left and it's been like, holy shit, you know, I didn't expect that.
And luckily, I think we got to the time that we are happy with what we've done so far.
Yeah.
And I think this year has been quite a lot of insight between us, like writing, doing this, getting amazing gigs as well, and amazing concerts. And although we haven't played that many gigs, but still we got important, very, very important outcome with the gigs. And then now, hopefully next year, we're gonna make sure we're gonna hit the right stages as well with our music, and hopefully the EP.
I think we've like found our sound now.
Yeah.
I think we understand how each other work, and we work well together in that sense, and we've kind of found what works for us and the sound that we like. I think at the beginning it's very difficult because you don't really know. You're just playing around a little bit. But I think the EP is going to show that sound that we found for us, and I think it's going to show it really well.
Now the songs are not even similar. They say this the rocks. And you can feel the versatility of our music as well, but within the same style. So that's how I said, that's good.
Yeah, I'm excited to bring it out. I'm really excited to bring it out.
Really like it.
Awesome. I was looking. I think when I was first introduced to you, I think it was some months ago. It's one of the covers. I actually looked at the fonting, and it always almost like you were looked a bit like a sort of like a black or a sort of death metal band. So I was quite surprised. It was. I mean, is that a sort of insight or a kind of giveaway into some of sort of the darker themes? What type of themes do you explore lyrically?
Honestly, like, it's difficult, isn't it? We're really like bad with our art and stuff. We keep saying we need to redesign everything and redesign our logos. No. But writing sense, like, everything is quite darkly written. I write very dark, actually. It's a lot of revenge and heartbreak, and so I guess it does kind of coincide with that, doesn't it, really?
But it's not that mental,
Negative, but not negative. Positivity. Positivity, negative. I don't know. But dark anger. It works, It works.
So so heartbreak and revenge. So has there been a lot of heartbreak and injustice along this journey?
I think so. Yeah, not so much now, but before. It's weird, I think, because when you're in your personal life, when you get to a place where you feel quite comfortable and level, I always worried that maybe that style of writing would suddenly disappear and I would struggle to write, and you panic.
Yeah.
But it's still coming, so far so good.
Yeah, I think once you've got the tap into the darkness, you do worry. I mean, I write sort of extreme symphonic kind of death black metal stuff, And my lyrics are all typically about sort of like the traumas, and it's basically a pulling of a personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, which I've had and kind of sort of recovered from. But I've pulled from all of these things that I've fought and the destructive internal narratives. And then I've come to a place where I'm 40. I don't really care what the world thinks of me. I'm quite happy doing my thing, staying in my lane. I have less tolerance for bullshit. And then I sit here in front of my keys and all this kind of stuff, and I think, how the hell am I going to write brutality? How am I going to sum this up? Because
nice guy,
but because the worst thing that happened to me this month was my milk delivery was late. And you just can't write. You just can't write a song about. But still, yes. Sometimes it takes a bit more thinking, or I have to maybe sort of explore slightly different kind of themes or stories to talk about. But I think once the tap is there, and it's unfortunate perhaps that some of us have that tap for whatever reasons to draw from, but hey, at least it produces something,
We're getting great art out of it, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't change it for sure. Hopefully we can keep writing like that as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you ever feel that, because punk is what it is, do you ever feel like you could just feel like writing something completely different,
No, weirdly enough. No, I've never it's never been in my mind to even think about writing differently. I like the style I write in. Yeah. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what
that works for
Rox,
me.
So.
Yeah, and same with previous bands. I've always written in a very similar style. I'm not sure if I could write anything else, to be honest. Maybe I should try.
Yeah, well, that's on you.
A little happy song,
happy
maybe.
song.
Well, when
that happy song and then that dark.
We could, we'll give it a
hardcore music. Why not?
Well, maybe you could use it as an opener, do this little happy tune, and then suddenly the crowd are going, "What the hell is this?" And then that's it. Absolutely hit them with aggression,
for sure.
We love the aggression.
So when it is, I suppose, unless you've decided to write the EP for a fourth time, when is it?
I hope not.
Oh yeah, we could. Oh sorry, I need to edit this bit out because we covered that. You're hoping for April, aren't you?
April, providing we can tie everything in. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes with it. Hopefully we can stay on track. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're trying to really sign more merch and trying to
if not
stuff.
May's a good month. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out.
Oh dear, there's a dog straight getting in camera, bless him, so cute.
Yeah, he's been dying to get up.
So I want my turn on the microphone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've clearly kind of travelled through quite a lot to kind of get to kind of where you are now. I can imagine slightly chaotic at the beginning, you found your sound and all that kind of stuff. So I always feature in these discussions sort of, I don't know, words of wisdom from the pitfalls that you've encountered and endured. What would you both sort of individually offer as words of advice or encouragement to those that are struggling?
That's a hard one, but I would say don't take no as an answer in the music industry.
Yeah.
So many people are going to tell you no.
What was...
denial, but
pushing.
It's like...
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Find what you love and you're passionate about and just obsess over that and just do what works for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a passion. You do it for yourself. So pretty much whoever or whatever people says... It might matter in a way, but in my opinion, my personal experience, since I've been doing this for many years now, and I've been playing with so many bands and struggle with many others and record and stuff like that. I mean, I think the passion shows when you actually do the stuff, when you're playing and you smile and you have fun, and people will see that.
You have to have fun, otherwise what's the point?
Exactly. You know like, as you mentioned, there's no script to do music, and there's no like we are not models, so we don't follow models because they already exist, they're already there. We just try to do our stuff, and if people like it, amazing. If they don't, well, fuck off. We just continue doing our stuff. Pretty much what I can say, like, if you have something, just do it.
Do it. And be proud of it as well. Be proud of it, like, regardless of how it sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing it, and don't listen to anyone apart from yourself. Yeah,
for sure, for sure. From when you said, you know, you instantly gravitated towards "don't take no" for the answer. What was the biggest no that you encountered along the way?
Ooh,
a couple of no's.
Difficult. Yeah. I think with this band and prior, like festivals.
Yeah.
A lot of no's from festivals.
Yeah.
I had an old band. We were dropped from our management because we wanted to write heavier and pursue a more heavier sound, which is where it was going. And they wanted us to stay
be mellow,
a little bit more mellow. And that was hard. That was really hard. But it is what it is. You have to take it. You have to get on with it.
And move on.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, 100%. Something else is going to happen. I think that with music, the highs are so high and the lows are extremely low.
Yeah.
There never feels like there's an in-between, really, does there?
It's hard.
It's really hard, yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. I mean, what nobody sees is, you know, you go home after performance, open your fridge, and there's nothing there. You know, you got a tenner from the venue, which which was the profit share for the night. You spent that on 2 pints.
100%, yeah.
And you've got to do it all again tomorrow. You know, I do often look at video footage and stuff of festivals, and you see people sort of enjoying themselves, but when you actually look at it in detail across the horizon, it's all a bit samey. And it's very different from when you see a band up close that are being authentic, doing their thing, might not be doing what anybody else is doing, and you see a whole room full of people go, what the fuck was that? It's fucking amazing. Yeah. And so these no's often, I think, they come from places where, you know, they're considering other image, they're considering their insurers, they're considering all of the kind of dotting and the expectations and the norm. When it was actually bands that were being authentic and cutting against the grain that actually got them to their combined success.
Yeah, to where they are,
so it's the middle managers who basically are saying yes or no, but without the actual kind of being in the trenches on the ground. So you see that disconnect sometimes. Your live audience are crazy, but the people behind the desks and the emails are, you know, like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a completely different side of things, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can see both sides, and I mean, you just have to continue doing your stuff, otherwise you will get stuck.
Because exactly, you keep doing it, because the likelihood, the more that you do it, the more eventually that desk jockey is going to have to be compelled to say yes, because that's now the era that we live in, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's an interesting but horrid one, the music industry. Like
it's a strange, weird place,
one.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a strange one. We love it, but
we love it. Yeah.
We want to strive for it, and we've seen it, but
if I may, Omi, the kind of the music scene compared to your home country was
Venezuela.
What's the difference between there and the UK? You know, as a performing drummer.
Before playing in the UK, I played also my home country, which is Venezuela. I also lived in Colombia, so 2 neighbor countries with similarities and stuff like that, and especially in music. The music industry there is also tough as well. We have the main city, let's say main city is London, of course, and over there we have Caracas. And I was not from the main city, right? I was from, I don't know, Brighton or Norwich, from little town, And my little town made it sometimes with some amazing musicians, but the main thing was like you needed to be in Caracas, like you needed to be in London, let's say. And it was very tough because as long as I played a lot with many bands and many little venues and pubs and bars. Luckily I had my car, so I was able to bring my stuff, my gear easily. Here it's very difficult. That's the main difference. Okay, I used to have a car before, now I don't, and so and distances were shorter to get to the place with the gear. I mean, I think the main thing is like you gotta be also good to show what you have to show, and at the same time, sometimes like yeah, you gotta have a bit of money to invest in here, and maybe to be around with the right people in the right moment, stuff like that. There was a time in Venezuela that mostly the alternative rock, especially commercial rock, was a huge thing, and it became mainstream there. And bands that they now have a huge name, they're still there because they got out from the main city after the exodus we've been through, and that made us, go abroad, like me. All of these bands, they just got out, and now they're still doing their stuff either in US or in Mexico.
Oh, so some bands got big from it.
Yeah, they got bigger from the other side, because then there were more opportunities, because my country closed them down because of whatever political stuff and many things. For instance, that recently I just read that one of the main bands in Venezuela called Raguayana, they play sort of tropical rock music, incredible live scene they have, and they have to cancel their tour, the entire tour in Venezuela, because the government said that they were not the proper band to provide music to their people. When how someone can say that? And it's a lot of political stuff gets in the middle, and that literally shuts down so many doors for many bands and many musicians. And a lot of many musicians, my friends, are frustrated because of that, or we have to just go abroad and try to survive. And luckily I got to one of the best cities in the world to make the music. I understand music industry is hard, but if
compared to there though,
it's
a lot easier here, isn't it?
No, it's not easy, but still you still get the opportunities, right? To play and do the stuff you do love. So I mean, over there in the good times, the golden ages, it was amazing. I had many bands I played, especially metalcore. I played hardcore. I played also a lot of alternative rock, and there were a lot of things like here. I mean, a lot of like big concerts and many bands, support bands, and also what you say, like contests and stuff like that, like Metal to the Masses. We had there some contests that winners can have gears and stuff like that, or playing somewhere else. It was good, but then politics just shut it down.
Well, I think it's a bit of an age-old story, isn't it? The government versus the musicians. Not so much the music industry, that still pumps away and doesn't pay its petitions either. But nonetheless, it's good to see these two of the band here sort of, chipping away at it and making it all better, keeping it aggressive, keeping it loud, and keeping it fun and semi-sensible at the same time.
Of course.
Just quickly before we end, is there anything? I know you said you're taking a bit of not so much of a live stuff. Is there anything coming up soon that I should be letting anyone know about?
No, we just played our last two shows of the year.
Yeah, we just did our
weekend.
We ticked off the Underworld, which is amazing.
The
Underworld, and also we just recently played this all-dayer hardcore in Brighton. It was amazing. People were like, stood like they say, "Wow, you are amazing, guys." So that kind of things, that energy feedback to us, give us like the motive to continue and do the stuff that we're doing, and we are very appreciative about it. And hopefully we get into festivals next year. We are applying for everything, so we just try to get answers. In this case, yes.
Well,
and if they say no, we just take it and we just move on.
Well, best of luck with all of that. What a great way to end a year on. I know Brighton, the Brighton scene quite well. Everything goes crazy down there. Particularly if you're bringing something different and you get in the face of people. It's a good scene down there. So what does a punk Christmas look like for each of you?
What are you doing for Christmas?
Spending time with my girlfriend, but I have 2 more gigs with my other 2 bands. I play in 4 bands.
He plays in 4 bands, so...
You know, you said something very true. So reliable drummer and good drummer is nice to find, and I'm one of the...
Hence why you're in 4 bands.
Yeah, exactly.
No, a nice quiet Christmas. I mean,
yeah.
Just
Nice, chill, yeah. Sometimes I
see some family, leave it at that, really, I think.
Exactly.
Quiet time, yeah.
You're already grown up, and after you've gone after 30 years, and you're like, oh yeah, let's just chill.
Well, it's been a pleasure to speak to you both.
Thank you so much.
Have a great Christmas, and I expect to be seeing a very loud summer from Le Rox Corner.
I'll send you a copy of the EP.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Okay. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.